Okay, so in the last lecture we created a table, right? So that let me just quickly do the things what we did yesterday. It was sum, then minimum, maximum. Okay, sorry, this was average price. Minimum, maximum. Okay, so this is what we did yesterday, and then we created a new page. So I've shared this video. Rename it as matrix and create a matrix. So in the matrix, we are going to have three things. On the rows, we have date, so the date hierarchy, and on the columns, we have region name. I'm just doing it quickly because I have shared the video already. Okay, those who are getting confused, those who have confusion, please watch the video. You will get this. This is not difficult. Then sales volume in the values. Okay, so this is how we are going to have it. So in the sales volume, click on the sales volume, okay, and then add a comma. So click on the sales volume, you will get at the top panel, which is going to have this column tools. So if in the middle, not in the middle, but just on the left hand side of the middle, check this particular option, which has comma. So once I click on the comma, you can see we have, okay, someone has came in the meeting. So we have this comma now, okay. So we have the region names in the columns, date in the rows, and sales volume in the values. Okay, so after this, I mentioned about the drop down. Okay, drop down hierarchy. You can see this. Some things are happening on the report page. I'll not explain this now because I've explained this in the video already. Okay, you can just watch it. But I'm just showing you what things we did yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the next option, to the next part, which is creating the visualizations, creating different visualizations. Okay. If you check the notes, in the notes is slide number 51. So this particular part is starting from slide number 51. Okay. Creating different visualizations. So in the visualizations, we are going to create a duplicate. So right click on duplicate. But right now we won't create duplicate because some of you missed the lectures for yesterday and you have not watched the video. So what I'll do is instead of creating a duplicate, I'll create everything from the scratch. Okay, I'll create a new page. Okay, I'll create a new page, and in the new page, I'll create a bar. I'll just rename it and make it bar chart. Okay, so on the bar chart, we have so many bars here. You can check on the visualizations panel. We have a stacked bar chart, we have a clustered bar chart, okay, and then we have 100% stacked bar chart. So we are just going to create stacked bar chart. So I'll click on this stacked bar chart. Okay, I'll just maximize it so that we can see it properly. I'll click on this chart. Now once I click on this chart, because it's a chart, it is going to have x-axis, it is going to have y-axis, and it is going to have legends. Now most of you will know what is x-axis and y-axis, but some of you might get confused about what is a legend, right? What is a legend? So currently, let's create a simple chart, and then we will move on to the legend. So on the y-axis, I want date. Oh, sorry. On the x-axis, I want sales volume. Okay. Yeah, this is the chart we want. And then if I break it down, you can see on the x-axis we have all the sales volume, and then we have the on the y-axis we have the year. So if we compare all the regions, let me maximize it. So 2015, 2010, 2005, 2000, and then 1995. These are all the sales volume, total sum of sales volume for all the particular years. Now for this particular representation, what a better chart is a column chart. So we will convert the same chart to a column chart. So let me click on a stacked column chart. Okay, stacked column chart. Okay, and I'll rename it to column chart. So in the column chart, we have on the x-axis now we have date. On the y-axis we have the sales volume. Okay, sales volume, and then legends. In the legends, we want the region name, because for that particular year, how many sales were done for that particular region. I hope you are aware that we have total 6 regions. Okay, if you are getting confused, the main reason is you are not practicing or you have not watched the videos. So please make sure you watch the videos before the classes. Otherwise, you won't understand what I'm talking. The sales volume, the region name, or the date hierarchy. Okay, you won't understand that. On some terms like creating reports, data model, you won't understand those terms. Just a second. Class
Hello,
घ्यायला
Mr.
मी
Mr.
आवाज येतोय.
Chaitanya. Please, can you repeat that last step?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
how
just a
you made
second.
the,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
आवाज यायला रे. मग काय तू गेम खेळणार आहेस काय ते? आवाज यायला आहे. इयरफोन घाल ना. क्लास घ्यायला मी घानातला. Yeah, just a second. Let me repeat. Yeah, so let me redo the step. Okay. I hope you have gotten these two steps: creating the x-axis and creating the y-axis using date and then sales volume. I hope you are clear with that. Yeah, Madam Crystal.
I'm here. Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Yeah. So what we want now is, for year 1995, we have all this sales volume. What it is doing is it is creating the sum of all the regions, like in general, the total sales volume, sum of sales volume. But what we want is, I want to know for that particular region, like it means like in this particular column, I want the breakdown of each region. So it is like a category. So I'll search for region name, and in the chart you can see there is a option called as legend. So let me drag the region name and drop it to legend. Okay, so the moment I drop on the legend, you can see the same bar. The bar has not changed. The value of the bar has not changed at all. Okay, it's the same. Let me redo it. You can see it's the same. The height of each bar is same, but the moment I add legends, the height and the values are same, but for each bar it has not distributed the particular column. So depending upon the values. So now we have Great Manchester. So for Great Manchester it is 33,258. For Merseyside is 16,600. Then South Yorkshire is 15,300. Then Tyne-Wear is 13,250, and so on. So for each year. Now the same values we can cross verify from the table we created at the page 1. You can see sum of sales volume. Okay. So region Great Manchester, Merseyside, South Yorkshire, Tanweer, we have the same values for at there. If we check the total, okay. So if we check the total, okay. So now let us add some customizations to this particular chart. Okay, we are going to add some customizations. Now, what customizations we are going to do is, if we check the years, okay, the x-axis, we are not actually able to tally. Okay, we are not able to understand like this particular column now. It belongs to which year unless and until we move our mouse on that particular column, right? But on the x-axis there is no value. The reason is these all the bars are in the bin. It is called as a bin. It's like a group of 5 bins. So from 1995 to 2000, so this is pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4 and pin 5. Not pin, it's a bin. So 5 bins together. Then next 5 bins. So 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then from 2005 to 2009. So these are like group of 5 bins. What we want is we want the continuous values. Okay, continuous values. And we want all the categories of each particular year. What we'll do is I'll click on the chart. Okay, initially you will get confused. Okay, suppose you have this chart and you click outside of the chart on the empty space, the white space. You can see what happens. Just observe in this visualizations panel. Okay, in the right hand side. If I click outside, all the options they vanish. Okay. So can you tell me why do you think the options vanish? Because I need to understand if you have understood this particular part or not. Because you struggle with this. Okay. So please someone can just answer this, why this options has vanished. You know, we had x-axis, y-axis, legends there, right? And so many other options. But why it has vanished now? You still see the chart on the report page, right? But still the options have gone. I just see values now. So maybe someone can just type on the chat box or maybe WhatsApp, or you can just unmute yourself and then talk. Yeah, please someone. We need to interact. So please, if someone can initiate.
We've labeled the X and Y axis.
Yeah, we have, but my question is, you know, we had the X, now where is my X-axis and Y-axis? Why can't I see it? You can see in the visualizations panel, we had the X-axis and we had the Y-axis, but I can't see it now. Or what I have to do so that I can see it? You know, we had, I just drag and drop the date and then drag and drop the region name in the legends, then sales volume in the y-axis, right? We have done so many things. Okay, so let me just repeat it. If you want to see the x-axis and y-axis, you need to make sure you click on the chart, the diagram. You can see now it has appeared. The reason is you will have multiple charts on the report. Okay, so Power BI won't show you those options. You have to tell Power BI that which particular chart you want to work on or which particular chart you want to edit. Okay, so I'll just click on this and then we are going to do some modifications to this particular chart. So the first modification we are going to do is to add the years to the x-axis, continuous or categorical years. What I'll do is I'll go to format. Okay, all these options, so customizations, they come under the option section of formatting the visuals. So I'll click on format, then I'll go to x-axis. So in the x-axis, currently we see the type is continuous. I will change it to categorical. Okay, so when I'm doing it, just observe carefully what happens on the x-axis. Okay, let me maximize the chart, the diagram. Okay, and observe what happens on the x-axis. So go to format visuals, x-axis and then categorical. Now we can see 95, 95, 1996, 1997, and so on till 2016. Now you can easily tally this particular column belongs to which particular year. Okay. Even before we were able to tally, but the thing what you had to do is you have to move your cursor on that particular column, right? So you have to move your cursor on that particular column. So this is what we had to do to change the particular x-axis, option for the x-axis. Okay, now then we can add more customizations. Okay, what customizations we can do is, let's go to the columns. In the columns we can have maybe transparency, if you want to change the transparency of the particular table. Okay, for now I'll just keep it 0%. I want it to be completely solid. In the legends you can have maybe if you want to add a text, okay, you want to add a title, the title is already added, region name. If you want to change the y-axis, on the y-axis we have so many options, values, the color of the values, okay, color of the values, the font of the values. Now if you want to add the data labels, now what does data label mean is, if you want to add what is the value of that particular column, that is called as data labels. Now closely observe the columns. When I turn on the data labels, you can see the figures, they appear on the particular legend, or you can see the particular category. Okay, now these are the data labels for each legend. Okay, data labels for each legend. I want the final particular label as well. It means like the value of this whole column is going to sum all these values, right? Total sum. So I'll write, so I'll check box on the total label as well. The moment I click on the checkbox, turn on the total label, you can see. So this total value for this 1995 is 138,000. And after that, this 138,000 has been distributed into 6 particular categories: West Yorkshire, West Midlands, then Tanvir, South Yorkshire, Merseyside, and then Great Manchester. So what I'll do is I'll pause for 10 minutes. Okay, I'll pause for 10 minutes. You can refer the notes. Okay, I've created the notes. I've sent the notes. I'll give you 10 minutes and then you do this activity and then we will move on to the next step. I'll just stop sharing the screen. Okay, before I stop sharing, anyone has any doubt? If anyone has any doubt, just let me know so that I can repeat the step before you practice it at your end. Is it okay? Okay, then let me pause for 10 minutes.
Everything is fine.
Okay, okay. Okay. So I'm giving you 10 minutes. You can just practice those steps.
Hi, Chaitanya, sorry, I was having
Yeah, Mr. Nischal. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
connectivity change. Now I've started with the laptop now. Yesterday, what I did, I made the matrix yesterday and saved the file.
Okay, so you are done with the matrix, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask one question. Then I was just watching that you were doing some stack, stack visualization.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in this what you call PowerPoint, we can only do stack or we can do other thing also.
No, we can do stack. We have other options as well. Okay, let me share the screen.
But stack is the one I think which seems to be more appropriate for comparison.
Yeah, we have stack also, or we can have, now this is a stacked column chart, but you can have a clustered column chart. So this is the clustered column chart. But for this, most of the times we prefer using cluster stack, because clustered, if you have only 2 columns, like 2 categories, it's okay. But when you have more categories, it's better to have a stacked column chart.
Stack is okay. No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm giving you 5 to like 10 minutes. I'll message by 10 minutes. So let me unshare and then we'll continue.
Let me use my old file, yesterday file, and then